All right, Diburei Emuna, Chelek Gimel Daf Vav. The merchants of Purim. It was one day, in the Purim, like many years ago in Yerushalayim, after drinking properly. It was an unbelievable service amongst Anash. It came to be Mekayim Mitzvah Sayom together in the shul. And you know what is happening in our shul on such a holy day? You know that Mekayim b'pashtus, b'pshitus, l'b'sumi b'purai adal yoda, because Rabbeinu warned us very much to drink on Purim. Now, this was a very memorable Purim. I remember that particular one more than others. I remember that Reb Chosed, Reb Shmuel Shapira, Zecher Tzadik Livrocha, came to the Chosed Reb Shmuel Hovitz, Zecher Tzadik Livrocha.
Shmuel Hovitz?
Yes. That was Zecher to be many times by the Rebbe Tzion, and asked him, he was crying, asked him Berachamim, that he will sell him one tikkun kloli and ishtadchas on the Rebbe's tzin, and he would give him ruchnistik. I don't know what kind of ruchnistik they will give him. Obviously, we're talking a time that one couldn't get to Uman, especially for people in Eretz HaKodesh. And this is before these Uman merchants got into real heavy negotiations to deal with how big, how much Reb Shmuel Shapira was willing to give to one time by Nitzion. So Reb Shmuel Hovitz stopped and said, obviously, selling, going on the Tzion Erev Rosh Hashanah, there's nothing more to talk about. I'm not really willing to negotiate. This is off the table. This is untouchable. Forget about that. I'm not selling it for anything. He says, if you want to buy one time going to the Tzion in the other days of the year, no, there's what to talk. Let's hear, what are you offering? He was in Uman. Yimei Shmuel, find out the whole ma'aseh that he went there, he spent it, he was set in jail. It was unbelievable. You got to read this. It's not to be believed. So Shmuel said certain things that he was willing to give for once, for the schiyah of one time to stand by the Rebbe's tzin. He was said b'shtar matana gemura, in a shtar, written and sealed, all the mitzvahs that he did and he will do throughout his life. He's willing to go. And on top of that, he's going to give his olam haba. And everybody was shaking their boots. The olam haba of Reb Shmuel Shapira, we have any idea what this is? The olam haba of Reb Shmuel Shapira is going to give everything to Reb Shmuel Hovitz, that Bochas and Kenana, he doesn't like any olam haba of his own. When Reb Shmuel Hovitz, when he saw that Reb Shmuel Hovitz was still, he's not sure. He made a bigger fist. He says he was sure Reb Shmuel would not be able to, Reb Shmuel Hovitz won't be able to say it. Besides giving all his mitzvahs, he's willing to take on himself all the affairs of Reb Shmuel Hovitz. Him and his children and of his offsprings for one time going to Rebbe's Tzion. Reb Shmuel Hovitz was that close to saying yes, and immediately he jumped back and he started screaming, no, this is not good enough. I'm cheating myself. I'm not willing to do it for anything in the world, any kind of offers that you're making me, to be offered to sell such a thing. It says, "Imiten ish es kol hom beisol baz yavuzaloi." I mean, anybody will give anything he has, he will be derided, and the sale was not concluded. You understand? Reb Shmuel Hovitz felt he's being conned. In other words, getting all the mitzvahs and all the olam haba, and all his averas are going, and his children, and he's conned. He's being taken advantage of. And the more Reb Shmuel Shapira wanted to add, he said, no, I'm just deceiving myself. And you should not forget, these two tzaddikim knew exactly what was being sold, and they knew what is the sum, quote unquote, that is being offered, and the sale didn't happen. This is how much each one of them appreciated a dova shebekdusha, ma'aseh shebekdusha. But the truth is, it's not just a Purim zach. Really, it's not shaykh to sell anything, any good deed that a person was zeich in this world. You already chapped it, you already have it. It's not shaykh to give it to anybody else for anything. It's true that the Gaon of Mochen Sokolova said that it is possible to say Tikkun HaKlali on the Tziyam for somebody else. This, yes. But it's not comparable, because over here you're talking L'chatchila, you're saying it to somebody else. It's obvious that my Tikkun HaKlali, I said for myself, or any could determine that I was zocher for myself, you can't give it to somebody else. You can't do any business with it. You know, shum panim v'ofim, b'chol alma you can't do it. This is how every person has to relate to every nekuda Torah that he has. B'shum panim v'ofim nicht. This is how you honor HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is how you prove how precious these mitzvahs are in you. So the main thing in the tefillah, the person davens, he says, "Oh Shalom, help me appreciate the value of Kedusha." To appreciate the value of Kedusha. Shem Yazon. Ad Kan for today.